Alright, what's up, future soldiers of World War III? Before you get drafted to fight for your country, I wanted to talk about the fact that there was an admin spotted in a Megawars game yesterday, and what that means for the future of Megawars, because I've played Megawars consistently for like 8 months now, and the most I've seen is a mod, and mods don't do anything special, but admins own the server, and the admin that was in the game had the power to do a lot, and it might mean very serious stuff regarding Phase 2. So I'm going to talk about my opinions on what it means that the admin was in the game, and I will also show you what the admin did if you have not already seen. So let's get into it. Alright, now as you can see from the photo, Mini clearly says they're testing a new feature during the game. And I never noticed, I definitely never noticed any downtime on the Megawall servers, so that means that it's kind of, whilst there doesn't necessarily need to be complete downtime, there'd definitely be delays, and they'd probably announce if they actually had released Phase 2, but they can put the Phase 2 content onto the live servers without um, letting us access the content yet, but I don't think that would have happened. I think it would have been noticeable. Yeah, the lag would have been noticeable when they did that. So I don't think that's the case. I don't think it's overly Phase 2 related what Miniclune is doing. And Miniclune is known to be one of the more fun admins. He'll interact with the community a lot more, and he does fun stuff in minigames, and maybe that's all it was. But he does say he was testing a feature, even though he's seen throughout the game quite a lot to be messing around. So what does that mean? If you've played Mega Balls recently at all, you will have noticed that a lot of lobbies kept on crashing and games would come to a sudden end, so it actually could be something related to that. They might have found the problem, purposely of caused the problem in a game and tested if it would still crash the servers, and they'd probably tell us if it was that, which is why I don't think it is. I do think that was maybe something related to not just Megawalls, maybe the greater servers, and I don't think they'd test that. I don't think they'd need an admin in a game to test that. I think they just sort of fix it, and then if people keep complaining, they'll know it's not fixed, or if the problem isn't brought up again, they'll know it's fixed. So I don't think they were fixing the problem with servers crashing. However, one thing that Miniclune does during the game is he forces a message on the screen. Uh, Press X to blind one of the teams or something. And that's kind of interesting because that shows us that they have these commands already set up to specifically interact with just one team, because obviously there's 4 teams in Mega Walls, and to give an effect to just one team, it does show that there's already the ability there to implement new features. Needing to access a command for a whole team currently isn't needed anywhere that I can think of, at least within Mega Walls, and it's not used anywhere. Um, there are some effects that you need each player to see, and there's some effects you need the whole game to see, such as the deathmatch hunger effect. But interacting with teams individually could have been one of the things that they were testing, and they just sort of did it in a fun way so that no one would catch on. But I don't know what that would mean for Phase 2, other than the fact that Codename B in the Phase 2 update notes said that they're going to add a cool little secret to the game. And whilst that could have been a new class or something, we don't really know. It could be something to do with this command that Miniclone used during the game, something to change the playstyle of Mega Walls by impacting a certain team, maybe the biggest team, the team that has the most chance of winning. Something will happen, so we'll have to see what it means. I think the best thing that we can get from this is simply the fact that admins are interacting with the Mega Walls community. It might not sound like much, but showing support for this game is honestly all the players are asking for. There's all this toxicity on the forums, and it comes from the fact that they simply don't think that the game is properly moderated. They don't think people from the staff team care enough about what is actually going through their minds, what they want from the game, and it's that lack of communication between staff and players in this game that causes a lot of the cheaters. And even though it sounds like quite a jump, it really is. If there was stronger connection between the future of Mega Walls and what players wanted, people would be less angry. They'd be more excited about the future, and they'd not be bored to the point that they go and cheat. So, and finally going back to Phase 2, because I did say I thought Phase 2 would come out in the early in 2020, but Codename was working on some more Skyblock updates, and being the only admin we're aware of that properly works on Mega Walls updates, I don't actually see Phase 2 coming out for at least another 2 months. Hopefully I will jinx myself or something and it would come out tomorrow, but I really don't think it's going to come out for a long time, because especially seeing as Phase 1 brought a lot of bugs with it due to how rushed it was, I don't think that they will want to do that again. I think it will be more thoroughly tested this time so that there are no bugs and it's a lot more of a smooth update, so that they don't get a spike in players which very quickly dissipates again. So I think we're looking at least 2 months, but no sort of deadline for when it's going to come out. It's still going to be quite a long way away.